I was fooling around with D-Live and now I'm a minute late. Whoops. Welcome back, Heavenlies. This is Heaven's Army playing Pharmacy 14, episode 112. Twitch has seemed to remove my title. It's most likely that. And, 2 days away from my channel 1600 live stream day in a row. Yeah, that's awesome. So, I tried to actually make some synthesized engine thing, and it didn't work. I made quite a few of them, but it didn't work, so we're just gonna move on. I think I'm gonna help Nanamo, and then when I'm done helping her, then I will move on to... Could I have warp somewheres? A Sultana's Resolve. Yeah, I could have. Once I'm done helping her, I'll go and do my Gunbreaker quest. That's gonna take a while. They always seem to take that long at least. So I'll go ahead and do that as well today. And I'll finish off my Gunbreaker. If I get any abilities or something great. Not that I'm gonna use this class for anything, but I will at least... I'll at least have the job classes done for it. And this is gonna be... Pretty much everything is going to be new, but this is totally going to be new because these classes were not here when I played it way back when in 2013. So clearly it's going to all be new. Anything here at this point is new. But looking forward to seeing what's going to happen there. Heavens, to what do we owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? Actually, business this time. I beg your pardon. Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion how to best invest the wealth of Ul'dah? My dear heavens, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure. And I am flattered that you came to me. Truly flattered. I can't believe this is who I could think of for money business stuff. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise Your Grace than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are set to fill his guard-robe with gold? What? Anyway, I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say, at the Scion's former headquarters in Thanalan? The Walking Sands would seem a suitable neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Very well, Heavens, and may your dealings prove fruitful. So you're gonna send me to Lolorito. I was trying to avoid people like that. Yeah, I was trying to just have people, normal people. It seems I'm forced to go this way. Interesting. Anyway, we're going where? Just go back to Ul'dah. She was waiting for me, so I shouldn't make her wait, but once I'm done helping her, yeah, we're totally gonna figure out this Gunbreaker quest. The last time I helped somebody out, it was a crazy battle. Every time you get a new class, the skills are all jumbled around. And I don't even know what any of them do. So here I am just hitting buttons to find out how they work, and eventually, when I can invest some time, I make them all look like this, where your attacks are here, and your ranged attack is there, and your spinny attacks are here. And, yeah, it just kind of works. Did I run past Nanamo? I probably did, because I was planning to go here. Oh, I did. Okay, I was looking at chat and talking. Either way, welcome everybody, if I haven't welcomed you yet already. But yeah, craziness. Welcome back, Heavens. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? He said take it to Lolorito, because that's where he gets it from. With Lolorito? And you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetarist at arm's length, and him in particular. Are we gonna learn that maybe not Lolorito, but maybe that we have to listen to the people on that board? Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Yeah, maybe that's what we're gonna get to. I don't know, there's just so much trouble in Ul'dah. I can't trust anybody except Nanamo and Brobon. really. And there's a few other people out on the street here, but, like, that's it. Very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go ahead to the Walking Sands and prepare for his coming, for this reckoning. Away we go. I'm curious to see how this is going to end. Because if Ul'dah is the next one to start getting help, great. Oh, I'm glad you warped me. Here. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had occasion to visit. Why not? To work, then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that you have the appointed room to ourselves. Okay. Go check to see if the room is available. There's not too many Scions here left, so... It's all crates everywhere. How...
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
Yeah, we're not going to assassinate you here. Like, why? I nod. Please, have a seat while I assassinate you. Oh. She's got the same helmet on as well. You chuckle?
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
Okay, she made a point. And is he gonna...
There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Lady Lilira would be alright. So he knows who she is right away.
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito. But shall we proceed to the business at hand?
With a smile on her face.
By all means. I must say, I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate.
What?
But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Ul'dah and Alamigo both.
Yeah, see now.
And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
For this endeavor.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more.
So yeah, he already knows that she's just not giving all the money away to help them and not thinking about anything else. Well, there you go. He sees this. I don't know. I still just can't trust everybody on the board, like, at all of them. Here it goes. So at least she's getting wiser indeed.
To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Ul'dah. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
Which industry and where?
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I.
Oh no, not me. Please leave me out. What choices do I get them?
Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Oh no. I have. The Saltery was emptied with full of monsters and stuff, right? Aligiri, I don't even know where these places are. They're just places I go to and warp to and then run around and do my quests. They're not places that I would remember. I don't want to answer this. Can I just like hit a button and it's like, oh, we want you to choose this answer. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. And I hit it and I can move on? Because I have no idea. Aligiri and Alagana. If we cleaned out the Saltery, where's the Saltery at? I don't even know. It was by Alamigo. How about the Saltery? After we clean it up, because I have no idea the real answer to this. I wasn't paying attention to the world. I'm just doing my quests and stuff.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of guilt.
I picked the right thing! Oh good, because I was like, I don't know what the other two places, but the Saltery was a place. But it's covered in monsters.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course. But I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
How is he not grinning?
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
I don't like how he says it, but
The deal is struck then.
I hope we're doing good. I hope we're doing okay. If I would have chose the other two, would they have said, that village in the middle of nowhere? There's nothing there. I hope. But I gave it my best answer, and that was it. Even though it's surrounded by monsters and completely desolate right now. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. How do you think I feel? But I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, heavens. I could not have done it without you. I'll just keep taking gold. Ready to move ahead with our plans. Okay, securing the Saltery. Our course is decided. I shall return to the palace, have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. Oh, if my live stream just like ends, it's probably because my computer is trying to update, the forced update of Windows. And I've delayed it as long as I can, and now it's just like asking every hour, because that's all I can do is say wait an hour. That's all I can do, or yes. And if I say no, I'm assuming it's just gonna update anyway. So I'm hoping I catch the every hour mark and just keep saying wait an hour, because I have no time to like update it and then get back on my laptop and then delete the update. And then try again. So I've done everything I can to turn off automatic updates, to turn off the downloading when I'm not there, and it's still downloaded. So I have no idea how to force stop that, because I've already Googled and done everything, and it's still here trying to update. So yeah, who knows? Either way, I hope my live stream doesn't end within an hour. Is all I can say. That's all I can hope for. Our course is decided. Our best, really. I shall return to the... I've already read this. I thought I hit the button. If I could prevail upon you one more time, heavens, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hext in your next return... on your return to Alamigo. I'm just reading my own words because it's just shorter. My thanks again. Together, we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the peoples of Alamiga and Ul'dah both. But somebody's still gonna find a way to be angry about that. That Ul'dah helped, but now they got the Saltery and now they're making money off of it. Their Saltery. So, like, I'm just assuming no matter what we do with Ul'dah, somebody's gonna be angry. Somewheres in some way. I don't know. I haven't been around the people in Ul'dah long enough to trust them. Other than Brobon and of course Nanama. Those are like the two I can say I trust. And everyone else is kind of just still on my waiting list. Welcome back, Heavens. How was your audience with the Sultana? It was interesting. Lola Rito had to show up. In your absence, I have kept myself busy cataloging the riches of the Mad King's Trove and calculating the worth in gil. I have some way to go, but the figure is already quite staggering. I want to know like a general number. Oh, greetings, Heavens. I'm actually in the middle of reporting to the commander here, so... She's just listening while he's reporting, and I'm just like, what's up? And he's like, oh. You're not doing anything, you're just standing there. Heavens, what? You're back. What did Nomino? Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? I guess? With you? So, Bourbon says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know, but I'm pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Saltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how it all happened that way too. Either way, after all that has happened, he's the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. Oh, there's my thing. It popped up. Wait another hour, please. I don't know if my screen darkened out or anything. I'm just hit wait another hour. It pops up on that screen now. Oh, great. We'll see how it goes. I don't think anything happened. I think my live stream was still running. Okay, I just gotta make sure I see the pop-up. The last time I popped up on my television screen, and that was great. Because I'll be able to see it. I might miss it if it's on my laptop and I just don't hit a button for a while. Yeah, either way. I'm just trying to avoid that. But on a more practical note, Lacey, assuming the interim government elects to accept Uldah's proposal, I have one caveat? Caveat, that's the word. I was like, what's caveat? I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal after all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Lolorito too much control. Honestly, Alfie, it's like Kugani never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? A lot. He has to do a lot more. But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, we need to discuss the proposal with the Saltery's residents. There's people living there? I thought it was empty. Weskar, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Heavens? Might need you to fill in the details. Okay. Then I shall come as well. Should Watt wish to discuss figures, my knowledge with the nation's finances may prove useful. Okay. Let's do this then. So away we go. This is still in the town, right? We're just gonna go talk to Watt? No, we'll just fly over there. So, I don't know when this is going to stop. Because this is the main story quest. It's just going to keep on going and going until This is congratulations, you're in the next expansion. And I've already helped Nanamo now. So now maybe I can go and eventually... Oh, that's a statue sticking out of the sand. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll find a spot in the story maybe that seems to be taking a break from something, and then I'll go and work my Gunbreaker job quest. We'll go from there. That's the Saltery, well, beginning of the Saltery. Yeah, I considered this a Saltery. I was right. People are living here? What are you doing? You're like the kid in Ocarina of Time that was trying to pick up the... Was it the grass? Or a rock? A rock. You're trying to pick up a rock, right. You pick up rocks and throw them. And okay. There is people here, because when I ran through, it was empty. And I had to fight or look for a few things, and then the machine showed up, and then that was it. But Watt is from here. Oh. Right, because everyone left the village because they were going to get attacked. That's why it was empty. I got it now. What manner of mischief brings you youngins to old Watt this time? They want to rebuild the Saltery, Granddad. Heavens, tell him about the deal. I'm telling you about the detail. The deal, I mean, in detail. Well, bugger me. We've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was. But it sounds like it's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to cull the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Okay, so don't worry, Granddad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hext has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whisker. My lad, truly. I would. So, does this mean you've gotten better with the blade of yours? I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Heavens? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? Sure, absolutely. Leave it to me, no problem. So my character, I just like hit a button and characters die, right? But I mean enemies die, the creatures die. But when I then talk to someone like, oh, the weak spot is here and here, you have to attack. And I'm like, I didn't do any such thing. Anyway, let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Okay. Let's go fight some local beasties. Did the music get really loud, or is it just my headset is freaking out? I'm turning it down again. Last night I turned it down as well. Thanks, Chocobo. Right then, Heavens. I've got a spyglass here you can use to take a closer look at the pests. Once you got their measure, you can tell me what to do. And we'll see how well I get on. Search your surroundings for yabbies. You can move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a yabby and expect it with R2 or X. I'm guessing this isn't a yabby? I can't go anywhere to the right, and I can't go anywhere to the left, so if it's not this creature... Discover a yabby's weak point. Oh, okay, well, we're underneath the shell. Why would you attack the tail? For the face. Observe the Abbey to determine its vulnerabilities. Well, underneath the shell, there's this stuff. What? Stay away from its face. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm supposed to click, this is a Yabby. R2? R2 is the same. Is something supposed to like light up when I scroll over it? Is it supposed to be this complicated to click on a creature? Am I... Did the thing glow, or was that just me seeing it change? Yeah, you were supposed to click on a very specific spot on the creature. Okay. The weak spot is its jaw? You want to get close to its teeth and its horns or whatever is there and punch it in the jaw. The Abby's entire body is protected by a hard... Ew, is it? That looks squishy and soft to me. That neck and the body underneath the top part of the shell. Yeah, alright. But the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Oh, I wish you would have drawn the shell a little bit different than the rest of the non-shell stuff. Or at least colored it differently. Ah, looks like you found the Yabby. It was there the whole time. Is he hitting their shells like smacking a rock? Any suggestions? Aim for the soft underside of the head. Just hit it as hard as you can. Nope, aim for the soft underside of the head. Go for it. I believe in you. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then. Wish me luck. I mean, he should be able to fight and defend himself. Wow, 3 hits? See, if this was a Hildy quest, right? If this was a Hildy quest, he would have asked me to do that, and I would have been able to click on multiple parts of the beast. And then he would have tried it, and he would have lost a bunch of battles, and he would have kept coming back and be like, I'm getting beat up here. You need to tell me the, the right spot to attack. And eventually I would have found the jaw. After I would have picked on the body, and it just would have been all shelled, and I wouldn't have known that. Thanks, Evans. I did just as you told me, and the wavekin went down like a sack of puppetos. Let's find something else. Oh no, not more of this. You mad? It took me forever to find the jaw on that creature. I could just attack its tail and all. Well, it keeps turning around, but... Yeah, my character doesn't go for the underside jaw of a creature. I just attack it and it dies. I think we can handle the Yabbies now. Should we try something different? What else is out there? Okay, search for something. A Plobad. The eyes. Oh, really? I would feel really bad attacking a creature and the weakness is his eyes, and you drive whatever weapon into his eyes. I'd feel really bad. In a fantasy world, you just attack it with a weapon and damage go over it, no matter where you attack. Even if you attacked its hands, you'll still do damage to it. And then once its health goes to 0, it'll just poof back into the wherever and then come back eventually. And I'm okay with that. But if I had to go around and stab a creature in the eye, I would not be able to be an adventurer. Seriously. The Phobad's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the salt golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. A Phobad? How do I defeat one of those? Destroy the core with its within its brow. Just hit it really, really hard as you can. No, go for all the weaknesses. In some video games, you have to go for weaknesses. Like Digital Devil Saga taught me that a lot. But, yeah, go for the core, within its brow. Avoid the hands, of course, too, because that's what gets people killed. Inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes, then. Don't show this, it'll be too graphical and violent. And cutscene fade. Right now, yeah, there you go. Here's some slashes. That's 3 again. It looks like it deflated. Isn't it made of this rock or sand or something? If it was sand, maybe, but it would not be like that. Why did it look like it? Was it? Are these animals all fake and they're just air balloons? You know what? Whatever. Didn't know they deflated like that. It's not easy fighting with the Liberator of Alamigo, watching your every move, but I got the job done. That was the hardest part, is me watching you? Don't even worry about it. Thanks for the advice, Evans. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. And you can tell everybody else, and then everybody else will become good fighters, and then we will win. Is it turning nighttime? It just got really dark. Yeah, I guess so. Any road, we should head back to the Saltery before Granddad starts to worry. I've been snipped to pieces and fed to a Yabby's hatchlings. Start to worry, you have been. Oh, okay. Not I've been. And now you're okay. I don't know what to read anymore. Oh, I meant to fly, but I didn't hit triangle. Well, it was nice to jump in the air in 360 while the thing was loading, but I just didn't hit triangle again. Alright. I see you've returned in one piece. Dealt with the beasties then, did you? I did indeed. Well, not technically he did. I just had to click on something. I fought them myself. After a bit of instruction from Heavens here? Like? Yeah. Why with the comma? Anyway, once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. A fine young man you've become, Whisker. Or Whisker. A fine young man indeed. Too often of late I hear tales of folk over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge, their heads stuck firmly in the past. We need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Saltery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. Yeah, leave it to us. We'll get this happening. Getting more things? It'll be done by my current class. Oh, okay. I gotta be careful with that then. A blissful arrival. Hopefully I don't do this with my Gunbreaker and I get the item, but then I switch to my Dragoon and I open up the treasure and it's still for my Gunbreaker. Yeah, I hope when I open it up it determines the thing, because I don't want to be getting Gunbreaker things when I could have cool items for my Dragoon and do some glamoring with that. It seems Wesker has the Saltery's security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. It was made out of stone, so these are nice, strong buildings. Message from Brobon. Apologies for the interruption, sir, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. Okay. Back in Alamigo, I would hope. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I will remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt, and act as an intermediary with our business partner in Ul'dah. You should go. General Brobon asked that you wait for him in the main gate of the Alamigan Quarter. My apologies again, sir. Fare you well. Okay, well I'm gonna make Brobon wait. Because the slight heart attack he gave me the last time when he openly challenged me to combat was something else. I can make him wait. I am going, for better or worse, in Thanalan again. Okay. I was there numerous times too. Let's do this. My bad, Brobon. I'm making you wait. I got like 5 quests with this, unless it's like 72 and 74 and 76 and something. Yeah, I think it actually might be. So it's still 5. Some of them were every 5 levels, and I'm assuming this one is also going to be every 2 levels. They're there at the whatchamacallit. Okay, I could probably walk there. Is this faster? Considering I'm teleporting, just the load screen is that long. Could have just ran up those stairs and got here. Ah, I missed the door. Whoops. So yeah, it's been forever since I talked to Sophie and Rad. I have had to go and see the famous gold saucer, but Rad says we're on too tight a budget to fritter our money away like that. I'll try asking him again once we found some more lucrative work. So yeah, they're looking for a job to be... For those two. They're just looking for work. Right, so they're going to travel all around the world. For better or worse. That looks very green. That background. That the wall? Has found a citizen in Ulda in need of a bodyguard. Because he just wants to be a bodyguard all the time. Anyway, let's do this. The walls that surround the city remind me of my homeland. We built it as a fortress to keep out invaders. Not that it made much difference in the end. The Imperials are quite the invaders, apparently. Oh, not this again. Perhaps you could lighten the mood by sharing our recent bit of good news. Ah yes, it looks like we found our next client. Nothing's been decided, but a lady named Oriel, her, is waiting for us near the Gate of Thal. We'll meet you there. And you want me there. Can I activate the quest? Because it's not showing up on my mini-map. I guess markers don't show up like that. If you have a quest and you're in the wrong area, there's like not a marker saying there's a quest here at this exit. You know what I mean? There's so many quests I need to have the Disciples of Hand and Land for. I mean, I'm actually getting levels with them now that I'm doing the Exali Beast Tribe quest, but I'm still not leveling up that fast. You're the bodyguards, right? We need your help. It's my husband. After you walked out, I thought I'd seen the last of him, but now you've got to keep him away from us. I'm not sure we're qualified to settle domestic disputes. Rad, this sounds serious. Hear her out, would you? Exactly, and Tim. That's not Oriel. I'm thinking Ariel then. Isn't she the lady in the... Would she be in the goldsmith? No, she'd be in the clothing place. Anyway, whatevs. Very well, my apologies. Please continue. His name's Gerard. He won't leave us alone, and he keeps jumping out to harass us when we're by ourselves. If we're to go outside the city gates, I'm sure he'd follow us. And when he does, I want you to scare him off. I doubt he'll show himself if he sees you have bodyguards, so we'll wait somewhere nearby. When the moment is right, we'll give him a fright he won't forget in a hurry. Yes, that ought to work. Tim and I will leave through the gate. So you should finish... you should find your hiding place. You should finish your... Anyway. I was going to say finish your hiding place, but whatever. It doesn't work. It's time that terrible of a man, excuse my language, learned his lesson. Swearing and then say excuse me for it doesn't excuse it for me. You can just use not... You could save energy and words by not using them. It'd be so easy. Okay, it's right here. I'm still gonna use the mount, I guess. This is gonna be a level... Is this my level 50 quest or my level 60 quest? I was not even paying attention. It's a level 63 quest. Okay. 60, yeah, 60 to 70, never mind. I want my chocobo, because that's gonna run out, isn't it? Sophie? This husband of hers sounds like a nasty piece of work. We'd best be ready for trouble. I guess? Is it still her husband, or are they broken up? Because that's odd. What's going on here? Remember, we've got the boy to think about. I'd rather not cut a man down in front of his own son, but if I will, I have to. You follow my lead. Yeah, you do all the work. I will sit back here. You're probably the better gunbreaker than me, considering I've only used this gunbreaker in a very few battles, and in the dungeon where I leveled up to level 70, to which I didn't have to do much gun breaking. Get away from her. Wait, who are you? Friends of Oriel. Now walk away while you still can. I only want what's best for my boy, which is your boy. You've got no right to call him that. He belongs to me. This is your final warning. Bother them again, and you won't live to regret it. Reese Johnston. Oh, well, first of all, oi and welcome. And now I can verbally thank you for following me a little while ago. You actually made it to, you whispered me and said you're trying to make it and I'm always rerunning. And you made it today. Yeah. Well, welcome. Welcome to a chill stream. If you wish to just hang back and listen to... I don't know what's going on here with this quest, but I feel like this is more than just him bugging her, because if they're still married and stuff, and she's laughing at this, that'll teach him. And you were wonderful. Worth every gil. Thank you so much. It was our pleasure, with a question mark, because... Tim, what do you say about this? I should have clicked on Tim before I talked to her. What are you thinking? I need to know. Although that wasn't much for you to do, I like these quests when I don't have to do anything. You kidding me? Your presence lent weight to my words. But most importantly, the client was satisfied with our work. Nothing... Yes, she seemed rather pleased with herself. Listen, you two. There's no time to explain. We have to follow that woman. Yes, we do. Thank you. Sophie's on the right track here. Something is clearly wrong. When you say my husband's bothering us and won't leave us alone, and then this happens, and then she laughs, and then Tim is just not saying anything either. It's all... What about little Timmy? We have to help him. Why are you saying AC/DC stuff? When Sophie gets one of her hunches, there's no stopping her. Well, her hunch is most likely right. This whole situation's odd. How did I walk into this? How did all these things happen to me? Where is she at now? Ooh. And Drybone. We're like in a whole nother area. Oh. Well, let's warp, because I knew this wasn't going to be as easy as it sounded. I knew something was like... I didn't have to fight anything, which was great. And now we're going to follow her, and then she's going to have a whole army or something that I have to deal with. Why not? Alright, let's do it. We'll see what this game's got in store for me. There's an exit over somewheres. And one day, I found it. How am I doing today? I'm doing great. How about you? This is not an exit, isn't it? Great. But yeah, I'm doing well. Absolutely. Hopefully all things going well for you as well. Will I run out of the place the wrong way again? I always get lost in Drybone. Okay, so now we're over here waiting for her. We already spotted her. I knew she was up to something. Oh. Oh, I ran right by them. They're right there. Well, our cover's blown as I ran right in front of them. I didn't even see them. Why would she bring Tim all the way out here? Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. And why isn't Timmy saying anything? What are we supposed to do with a runt like this? So these dudes look villainous. If we'd feed him up, he might be worth something one day. Summink one day. What is summink? I said something because I auto-corrected it. She's selling her own child? We've got to stop them. Wait, is that... Enough of this! It's Gerard again. Stay away from my son. So Gerard's the good guy. Son, huh? Ha! You should have kept out of this, mate. Too late now. What's gonna happen to him? Cutscene. Oh no, that's usually bad. That means he's already laying down on the ground. Unless Gerard's a master fighter. Nope, he's not a master fighter. He's already taken out. Quickly, we've got to help him. We've already watched him get beat up, and now we're gonna help him? What's wrong with everybody in this world? Oh, I think he's getting angry. Oh, or he's in pain. Well, not now. Heavens, it's up to you. What happened to him? Sure, leave it to me. Wait. Got time. He's not gonna get beat up anymore. Why now? These seizures. Explain to me. Rad of all the times. Well, alright. I best, get ready for a fight. Okay, now I'm kinda ready for a fight. One dude at a time, I guess? Oh. They left me at level 70. Why would they do that? They didn't sink my level down. Oh, that's very nice when they do that. That means I could destroy everything. Alright, well, Gerard and her, she's in trouble, I guess. Because she was trying to sell her son? I'm guessing that's what's truly happening? Now she's crying? Timmy's there shaking? You saved us. How can I ever... Daddy! There, Tim, yeah, now you speak. Heavens, I let you down. I let everyone down. But, Sophie, what happened here? I knew from the moment I met Oriel that there was something not quite right about her. It wasn't until later I realized she's a somnus addict. A somnus addict. Once it takes hold, it changes you. I don't know what a somnus is. Have I seen that word before in this game? Probably. She was able to keep her addiction hidden from most, but not from me, and probably not from her family either. Yes, I've known for a while, but I had no idea she'd do something like this. Goodness, if I hadn't started gambling, this never would have happened. My debts spiraled beyond my control, and she ran to get away from me, to start a new life with our son. The shock of losing them made me realize I couldn't live like that anymore, so I vowed to turn my life around, and I worked my fingers to the bone to repay the money I owed. But by the time I finally found the courage to track down Oriel, it was too late. She made new friends, the wrong sort of friends, and had to resort to who knows what to make ends meet. It became too much to bear, and Somnus was her only escape. Nothing else mattered to her, not even her own child. So you see, it wasn't only my life I had ruined, I made her who she is today. That's why I don't have it in me to hate her. What will you do now? I plan to send her to Frondale's... what is that word? Let's go with Fronstery? Yeah, let's go with that. They can treat people like Oriel, although it costs more than most folk can afford. My savings should cover it for a short while at least. Well, we'll take it one day at a time and see how she responds to the treatment. I know she might never recover, but I can't give up on her. Obviously, she's in no fit state to look after Tim, so he'll be living with me. If he's everything that he says he is, great, but you could have been killed confronting those slavers. If you wind up dead there, if you wind up dead, there'll be no one to look after the boy. From now on, you have to think before you act. I will, I swear it. Thank you all for everything you've done. We scared him away, and these quests are getting odd. This is one of the newer classes, isn't it? That poor child. Sophie's quick thinking may have saved him on this occasion, but I fear his hardship is far from over. I, on the other hand, only succeed in disgracing myself again. It's not your fault, Rad. I think you owe Heavens an explanation, though. Yes, explain. Yes. If we are to fight side by side, there is something you should know. Though I served as an Imperial conscript for a time, after I disobeyed a direct order, I was sentenced to solitary confinement for more than a decade. Like many of the inmates, I was forced to wear a Magitech collar. The wardens could use them to administer a severe electric shock any time they pleased. And please them it did. That's kind of cruel. Their paralysis would eventually wear off, but even now, years after removing my collar, or the collar, my whole body would suddenly seize up. It's as though the pain never left me. I could reawaken at any moment. So the Imperials have to be blamed for this as well. Thankfully, my condition appears to have improved somewhat since leaving the Empire. Perhaps one day I will be free of it, but until then, there's no telling when it might strike. Like right before a battle to leave me to do the battle so that I'm not standing around doing nothing? I see. Rad saved my bacon more times than I can count, so it's only fair that I do the same for him. We've been through thick and thin. Ever since the first time we met in that Garlean goal. So how did you end up there? I was awaiting execution along with the other captured members of the Resistance, as well as a varied insurgents and undesirables. So you were with the Resistance from your homeland? Among them were several somnus addicts. Even in an Imperial goal, there are ways to get your hands on it. When I saw Oriel, I couldn't put my finger on it at first, but she had the same look in her eyes as those lost souls. Anyway, where was I? So, Rad had been meaning to escape ever since he was first imprisoned, and was secretly digging a tunnel a few elms each night. Over the course of about 10 years you were digging. Really? That's crazy. The only thing was, he went the wrong way. Then one night he suddenly burst through my wall. He was digging for years and he went the wrong way? Why did you have to tell him that? You know, I'm far too proud of my... I am far from proud from my miscalculation. Well, things worked out in the end, didn't they? The other inmates made such a racket when you came crashing in. It drew the attention of the wardens, and everything fell apart. In the confusion, Rad and I forced our way past the guards, and by some miracle, we managed to avoid their searchlights, and finally, well, we were free. Oh, that's just what happened? He dug the wrong way, they opened up the cell, you two walked out, avoided spotlights, and now you're free? Free to return to my life, to my wife and child, to my homeland, or so I thought. While I'd been rotting away in a Garlean cell, everything I knew, everything I loved had been taken from me. I should have been there, but I couldn't even... Enough of this. We've spoken over long as it is. Well then, where to next? I think I had my fill of Ul'dah. What say we try our luck in Limsa Lominsa? Oh, that place got pirates. It's even worse. Sometimes. I'm sure a change of scenery will do us a world of good. Yes, I like the sound of that. Let's reconvene at the local Adventurers Guild. Okay. I will just warp and meet you there because I might just finish this off. All of this. That's not gonna work. Why? I could just do this. It's free. So, once I get the Gunbreaker done, I can just continue on with the main story until we eventually unlock the next expansion. At this point in time, it's the final expansion for Final Fantasy XIV. Who knows what's going to keep on happening later on, but yeah. Without spoiling anything for myself, I've just read a few tweets about Shadowbringers, and a lot of people were saying how good it was, and that's as far as I read into, so I'm looking forward to it. Whatever the word means as in it's good, we'll see. I don't see the place that I'm looking for, but Aft Castle will take me close. There's no warp to the to the Adventurers Guild, right? There's none in Gridania either. Right. Only Ul'dah has one of those. The place where I never know where I'm going, Ul'dah. So yeah, let's see what happens, I guess. Really, I might just keep on flying through this. What do you say? So, what do you think? You changed your outfit to flowers on your... It actually looks like a helmet. You changed your outfit, though. I do see that. And you? You didn't change your outfit. A city founded by pirates. Now, there's a terrible idea if I ever heard one. With all the cutthroats running rampant, I'm surprised there's anyone left. There's some order thanks to Merlweb. But what about the views, the sea breeze? There'll be plenty of time to enjoy ourselves once we've a few more gil in our pockets. Heavens? We're still waiting for word from the guild. So perhaps you should find somewhere for a few practice swings in the meantime? I should? Alright. A few practice swings. Done. Now let's go. Next quest. Confessions of a Flaming Mongrel. Okay. Hoping for a nice, straightforward, no strings attached assignment. That's not gonna happen in this world. You'll be pleased to hear that the Yellow Jackets have offered us an assignment. I like how nothing happened, but yet something did happen. After taking on more than we bargained for with our previous clients, we're hoping this one will turn out to be relatively straightforward. We haven't heard of the entails yet, but I'll bet it's something important. I see. Alright, I gotta head out now. Gotta pick a couple things up from the store. It was nice to finally catch you live for once. See you later. Well, you as well. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your trip to the store and stuff. Take care. A man named Futag Ufutag. Futag Ufutag. Got it. I'll always remember that name. Has arranged to meet us in the Bulwark Hall. Let's go and see what he wants. Okay, let's do this too. The Bulwark Hall? So, this way? I don't remember where any of the small names are. I just know, like, where I'm going when I click on a crystal and wherever the quests take me. I never have been well enough to look at a map and remember that this is the Bulwark Hall. That'll never happen for me. Like, ever. Either way. You're not supposed to be here. You're recently at it. Yeah. The uniform seems a bit billowy for my taste, but I do like the color. So these Yellow Jackets uphold the law. I imagine they have the work cut out for them around here. Indeed they do. Thank you for coming at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. We want you to protect Gold Whites, who was until recently leader of the Flaming Mongrels. Which is who? Thanks, I will. They were once a gang of raiders, okay, but eventually settled into Limsa Laminsa to extort and rob their way into a position of considerable influence in the criminal underworld. Okay, that sounds like who I thought they would be. That all ended when Goldwhites turned himself in. No one saw it coming, not even the other Flaming Mongrels. He's due to give testimony in exchange for a reduced sentence. And not just about the crimes he committed himself either. All the gangs he had dealings with have ample reason to silence him before he spills his secrets. Why are we letting all of these gangs run rampant here? He's currently being held in the Morabay dry docks. Your job is to see that he reaches Limsa in one piece. So you want us to act as bodyguards to a criminal? It doesn't sound... I don't like the sound of that. We'd be protecting the informant that's... the information that's in his head, which could be used to bring countless of lawbreakers to justice. It sounds like a worthwhile cause to me. Yes, it does. It is. And before you ask why we're hiring outsiders, it's to avoid attention. If I pull too many yellow jackets from their posts, the gangs will figure out what's going on. Better to give the impression that it's business as usual while using professionals like you to escort him in secret. They're professionals? I guess they would be. Am I gonna be considered a bodyguard after this as well? We still need to secure the route, so I'll go on ahead and see to the preparations. Come and find me at the dry docks when you're ready. Sweet, so the wait another hour did pop up on my television screen. Perfect. Before we begin, I keep forgetting to switch that to party mode. Before we begin, I don't have to deal with people yelling and shouting and stuff. I can just see emotes and party chats. Before we begin, we should find out more about this Guild Whites. While it's important to place our trust in the client, I don't want to repeat the mistake we made last time. There'd be no husband and wife bickering. I think this dude is... This one actually almost sounds the most straightforward so far. Either way, I'm still warping to... around the Octant? I'm actually talking to people here. Oh. See, I was gonna go and warp away. Thank goodness I look before I leap. Because in the past, I definitely didn't do that. I mean, given the circumstances, I probably still wouldn't look before I leap. I'm still not in the right spot? I can't zoom in or out. The thing is right in the way. I went up when I should have went down. Oh, okay. Can I just jump from here? The game's not going to allow me to do that, are they? No. Of course not. So if I head back down... And I could take the stairs or take this. And I was just here and there was no orange circle, right? Oh, there is an actual arrow on my minimap. I always do this. I don't know why I can never see that orange arrow. I have no idea. It does not exist until I do that, what I've just done, and then I can see it. If the rumors are true, the Flaming Mongrels are involved in most of the money lending and extortion that goes on in the city. Guildwights was at the center of its web, overseeing every aspect of the clandestine activities. Now that he's found the decency to give himself up, I'd imagine that his former associates would rather he kept quiet concerning their dealings. Interesting. What's with the change of heart all of a sudden? Oh yes, everybody has heard of the Flaming Mongrels. Their modus operandi is to offer loans, increase the interest to the extent that their mark has no hope of ever paying it back, and then forcing that poor soul to obey their every whim. And everybody knows about this, but they're still allowed to hang around. What kind of justice is in this world? I'm not at liberty to discuss the ongoing investigation. I can say, however, that many Yellow Jackets believe heartless curs like Guildwights deserve nothing less than death. He and his rogues have left only tragedy and despair in their wake. Mercy would be a waste. Wow. Okay. Let's go for a run. I can do that too. They're asking here? The Guildwights has garnered quite the reputation for himself. It seems Futag was telling the truth. I don't know why he would be lying. Did you hear anything useful? Yes. Right. This creature hasn't been shown yet. It's just here. Unless we're gonna deal with them in the next expansion, because that's not an XIV, by the way. So, I remember looking at this character, episode 2, 3, or 4, or whatever episode it was, quite early on in this game. And we still haven't run into any beast tribes like this creature yet. Yeah, and I don't know, I forget where he said he was from, or if he did say that. But yeah. Oh, I like how it could go. We'll be I am bread again. Hopefully you caught that reference. Yes, it's just as Futag said. Guildwights certainly had a lot of enemies on both sides of the law. Rolovan is not too late to refuse. It's not too late to refuse. Think about what you're doing. Trust me, I have. Now, let's say no more on the matter. We have a job to do. So she... Alright, let's go. I'm done being I am bread. I can warp. Oops. Use the wrong... Oh, I gotta do this. PlayStation 4, you just can't click on things. You gotta hit more buttons to get to where you last were. I almost want to play this game just once on PC, just to see the difference between the controls. And only that. I don't want to play the game and fight, because I'll probably hit all the wrong buttons and die, but I would like to see, like, when I click on things, and if I open up a thing and walk, like how easy it is to close something. I'm assuming all of these menus has that X there at the top, and you just click on them, and they go away, but now I gotta like hit a button, and then now I can close it. Instead of just moving and clicking on a mouse, I'm thinking, like, that would be super easy to deal with. All set, good. Then it's time to bring out the prisoner. And this guy's a notorious criminal. He has a shiny silver crest on his chest, probably worth a couple 100,000 gil. Interesting. I present Guildwights, Scourge of Limsa Lominsa. His life is in your hands now. Guard him well. Thank you kindly. I am a hardened criminal. Thank you. Are you sure you've got the right man? I don't think we got the right man either. Says her and I. Quite sure. Now, listen carefully. This is important. We've scouted the road ahead, and we've spotted a group of unsavory figures lying in wait. The plan is to put them down and rush past before anyone realizes what's happened. Well, if that's how you prefer us to handle it, then very well. But we'll need someone to take the lead and cut through their ambush. I choose you for that role, Heavens. Show me how far you've come as a Gunbreaker. I haven't gotten any better since I've gotten this class. The only thing I've improved upon was putting the attacks so I can use them. That's the only thing that I've improved upon. Because when you give me the first thing, the buttons are all over the place. The rest of us will stay close to Guild Whites, if that's really him, and fend off any that try to flank us. Futag, I give you my word that we'll get him to Limsa Laminsa, even if I have to carry him there. We're depending on you, Heavens. Me? Once you clear the path, we'll be right behind you. We'll regroup at Ashan's Embrace to assess the situation before moving on. Okay, I mean, I'm almost on agreeal with Sophie here. Actually, what is she saying? She's the only logical one here now. I'd go with you if I could, but my first responsibility is to keep Guild Whites alive. Rad's orders. I appreciate what you're doing for me, lad. I don't know any criminals, but I would assume, said via video games and movies and stuff, that if they were a criminal, they would be quite angry and more swear words would be used, and not a whole lot of thank yous and your welcomes and stuff. So, either way, we'll see if this is what's happening, because nothing usually is as it seems. Nothing's ever as straightforward as it looks. A hired assassin. I just walk up and take out one assassin at a time. What kind of silly assassins are these? Shouldn't they be attacking me now that I've just taken out one of them? They just want me to wait here and take them out one at a time. Oh. Or two at a time. Doesn't matter how many numbers there are. They had a chance to attack me now. Oh, this thing is way better. I did all of that damage and I still only used one of them? One of my bullets? Oh, I like it. Alright, because the one that's the square over here, the one that's shiny with a 1, that uses up 1 right away. I don't know if it just does a lot of damage or something, but still. The one over here with the down, left, and right, that just only still takes up 1 and I do 3 attacks. Well, I'm here waiting, I guess. Everything went according to plan, I hope. A pretty poor attempt at an ambush. Yes, that was a sad ambush. I've been ambushed by just normal creatures in this game better than these paid assassins. Without the element of surprise, they're nothing. Yes, very impressive, but I'll save my thanks until we reach Limsa, if you don't mind. I bring bad news, okay. Grim-faced Yellow Jacket. If she was an assassin, she's really close to just hop over him and take him out. Those men weren't here to ambush you. They were only lookouts. The bulk of the enemy forces lies ahead. We'll take the prisoner to a safe hiding place until the rogues have been dealt with. Don't do that. She's already suspicious in my books. What? Why wasn't I informed sooner? We only just received the information ourselves. I'm to take the prisoner into custody, while you are to return to your post until further notice. As for the hirelings, their services are no longer required. Super suspicious. Hold on a moment. Look, if you got a problem, take it up with Commander Raynor. They're his orders, not mine. Alright, you've made your point. Well, that's that, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'll see that you receive the full amount as agreed. It was a pleasure working with you. Futag? You're... I mean, he has to follow orders, and if he doesn't like it, he has to still report back. He still has to leave no matter if he agrees or disagrees. Something about this doesn't add up. Surely it would make more sense for Fute to go with them. Besides, our agreement was to see Guild Whites to Limsa Laminsa, and that's exactly what I intend to do. You two come with me. Thank you, Rad. Instead of like, well, that's that then. It looks like the shoe is on the other foot this time, so I can hardly refuse. Come on, before he does something we'll regret. Yeah, interesting. People's orders who are in, like, any type of military, any type of... like the Yellow Jackets, even. An order from the top you just have to obey, and if you disagree, you have to, like, go... you have to still leave and figure out why. So... it's so easy to manipulate, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And since they're all pirates here, it's not hard for any of the pirates to be in the Yellow Jackets and have their own plans and ambitions for when things happen. There's nothing stopping that at all. So, yeah, when she showed up and said, you can go now, oh, and dismiss all of these awesome bodyguards, by the way, we won't need to use them to stop the bulk of the army. Yeah, exactly. Just like, why? That was already beyond suspicious. And she didn't even say that at that point. Just the music played, and I'm like, don't trust it. But yeah, this, either way, they gotta have some type of story. Just when you look at it from a logical standpoint, it's just like, Oh, I ran through the cave already, where we're going in. She took him inside. If my guess is correct, there's no time to waste. Nothing for it but to follow him, I suppose. I was already in there. Now we'll have cue a cutscene and in a battle. Stop this at once. Stay out of it, Sellsword. My friend's dead because of this filth. He's got no right to live, so why would you protect him? Because justice is better? Because I gave my word. Or that. Though he may be beyond redemption, he acts not of his own, not for his own sake, but for the good of others. His testimony will make Limsa Laminsa a safer place. And you were set out on revenge. Now, lower your axe. You could have taken him out any time. Thank the 12 you got here when you did. It didn't take long for us to find out find out it was all a ruse. But by then, she'd already bought enough time to carry out her plan. Luckily for us, the three of you weren't so easily duped. Yeah, I mean, you technically weren't duped, you just have to still follow orders, sadly. Of course, she's not the only Yellow Jacket to bear a grudge against Gold Whites. But I never thought any of us would go to such lengths. A fine mess this is. She in trouble now? Because, like I said, they're all pirates, they all have their own things, and... Interesting music. While we may have been waylaid somewhat, our orders to escort Guild Whites still stand. Before we go, I want to thank ye for all ye've done. Truth is, I ain't got long to live. If I can escape having me head lopped off, this sickness'll get me sure enough. That's why you're confessing. Okay, because you're soon going to die. You have a sickness. You could have lived out your days as one of the leading fugitives in the underworld, rich and powerful. What made you turn yourself in, other than the sickness that you just mentioned? Since afore I can remember, I've been cheating and killing to put food in me belly and gill in me pocket. And I was good at it too. Worked me way to the top. But the top of what? A bunch of liars, swindlers, and murderers. And when I found out I only have a few moons left, I realize Limsa's the way it is because of people like me. It ain't gotta be that way. Not if I say my piece. In that case, we'd best get you to Limsalo Minsa post haste. Aye, afore I kick the bucket, lead the way. A change of heart there, huh? Anybody got a life lesson out of there? Like, any life lessons there, I wonder? I can say a few things, but I wonder if anybody else got something. Not the most direct route, but we got here in the end. All that remains is for Guildwights to give his testimony. On behalf of the Yellow Jackets, I offer my thanks. You kept your word, now it's mine. Fare ye well. Such a pleasant criminal you are. All manners and thank ye's and afore ye's and all that stuff. Every city has its problems. Yes, it does in this world, it seems. This one more than most. Not as much as Ul'dah, but yeah. This one, it is high time we moved on. Seeing as we began in Alamigo, Gridania, Ul'dah, and Limsa, that just leaves Ishgard. I don't exactly thrive in cold climates, though, but... Oh, yeah, that would be pretty cold indeed for you. Just get yourself a decent overcoat, and you'll be fine. Well then, let's be off. She gets to keep dressing up all the time. Alright, off to Ishgard. Is the foundation still... It's probably not. Yeah, I think I probably removed the foundation to warp to. I have a couple level 50 classes going to level 60 and 70, but I'm probably not going to go and buy the gear for them. I'll just probably move on, because I'm going to be level 50 no matter what I do. So I don't need the gear, I don't think. Unless I'm actually get stronger, I don't know. Either way. I don't know where I'm running, but it says this way. Yeah, like with my red mage, I'm probably not going to buy anything. I'm just going to have my level 50 gear, and when I hit level 70, then I'll get the gear. I'll just buy the level 70 gear here. Yeah, so she gets to, like, dress up all the time. That's a nice outfit, actually. Brr, why would anyone want to live here? Even with these thick clothes, I'm frozen to the bone. Poor bunny. I'll admit, that's a far a bit colder than I was expecting. Not that it's anything to be concerned about. That's easy for you to say. You'll soon get used to it. That's not... I don't think I want to move up further north and just be like, you'll get used to it. No, I'll like to keep my warm, hot places where I am and not feel cold, thank you. I wouldn't just say you'll get used to it. I'm sure. Anyway, heavens, it seems that instead of offering work via an adventurers guild, Ishgard's temple knights issue levies. Although there do not appear to be any clients in need of protection, it is only a matter of time before something comes our way. Until then, be sure not to let your skills or your gunblade grow rusty. Alright, in the meantime. Done. In the meantime, of defectors and defenders. Nice. We, Hrothgar, are quite used to the snow and ice, so you are Hrothgar. I am not going to remember this. The Ronso tribe. I know Ronsos, but not Hrothgar. So we sometimes forget the problems it poses to other races. This morning, a homeless here lad was found lying stone cold in the street. When they came to carry him away, he was frozen solid, like a statue. Poor thing can't have been more than 20 summers old. We asked the Temple Knights if there was something we could do, and we were told that they had the perfect assignment for us. Our client this time is Reese of Garland Ironworks. Oh, Reese. If you ever show back up, you just missed yourself in this game. What is the chances of that? Somebody named Reese in IRL shows up, and then somebody Reese in this video game shows up. What? Anyway, cool. The founder, Sid himself, is one of the few Garleans to have turned his back on the Empire, and is a hero to many living under their rule. I wonder if I might have the honor of meeting him in person. Absolutely, I could call him up anytime on the old Echo communicator. The old link pearl, that's what it is. At any rate, we must first head to the Sky Steel manufactory. Yeah, I'm gonna warp. I'm gonna have to whisper him. Whisper. There you go. I just whispered that I just met him in the game. There you go. Perfect. This is what Reese looks like? It's hard to say. All I know is that Reese is this is the Reese that I now know. I wonder if he'd still be here after I'm done this quest. Probably not. Good day. I take it you're the bodyguard sent by the Temple Knights? There's someone I'd like you to protect. A recently defected Garlean engineer, as it happens. Like Sid, but not quite. I'll not bore you with the details, but he is to oversee the installation of a ceruleum heating system. We're hoping it would avert tragedies like the one that recently occurred in the Broom. A heating system that'll heat up the Broom down there. That's awesome. So it's going to heat up all of the outside, or is it going to be in places? This whole world's got so many problems. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to make it into a video game, but it's too easy to solve if you make it into a video game. People just have to put money into stuff, right? In-game gil, into places, and then all the places gets fixed up. There will be a monthly or yearly maintenance cost, and the whole world will get fixed by everybody. But that seems so easy to solve. Yeah, so, I mean, really, I just wish there was a way to help everybody more than just what I'm doing in this game. But yeah, alright, enough of that. My brain just went to a video game mode. Yes, we saw the body being carried away. Terrible sight it was. If this engineer friend of yours needs safe passage here, we'll be glad to help. Unfortunately, the Empire does not take kindly to desertion, especially when the man in question is one of the most highly esteemed scientists. We've received word that a group known as the Alade have been dispatched to see that he never reaches Ishgard. Goodness, what is the Alade? I've heard of them. Prisoners offered an opportunity to reduce their sentences through loyal service to Garlbald. By all accounts, they fight like men possessed, desperate to earn their freedom. We might run into some of their old friends that was captured before. Worst of all, they are led by Vitus Kuo Mesala. That's a name I'll also remember. A man whose cruelty knows no bounds. As a soldier, he reached the rank of Pilus prior, but was relegated after butchering a village of innocent civilians, purely to state his own bloodlust. Even his fellow Garleans were disgusted by these barbaric acts, yet they did not to damage his reputation as a skilled warrior equal to Gaius von Belsar himself. Well, he's level 50, so he'd be nice and easy to beat. During my imprisonment, Vitus came to enlist me. I told him I'd sooner rot in gold than serve under a rabid dog like him. As you can imagine, he was far from pleased with my refusal, and tried to persuade me by using my Magitech collar to administer countless electric shocks. I'll never forget the look in his eyes as he pushed that button over and over. Of course, not everyone is as resilient as Rad. Right. Many who fight for the Lauda holiday, I was going to holiday, do so against their will, though they are no less deadly for it. By the Fury, if I had known the dangers involved, I would have called the whole thing off. It's too late now, though. The airship is already on its way to Kurthus. It should be arriving at the observatorium. Sadly, we couldn't gain permission to have the Imperial craft dock in the city for matters of security. From the rendezvous point, we'll proceed the rest of the way on foot. Once we're safely at the gates of judgment, we can consider the mission a success. Your friend is risking his life for the sake of others. Reese, I give my word that we will reach Ishgard safely. Listen, Sophie, you know as well as I do that Holiday are as ruthless as they are tenacious. For that reason, I want you to stay behind. You think you can take them on without me to heal you? Exactly. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have you by my side. But against foes like that, Heavens and I will struggle to protect you and the engineer. Protect me? Look, Rad. We protect each other, remember? Or perhaps you see me as nothing but a burden. Fine, have it your way. Not to rush you or anything, but we should get going. I'll meet you at the airship landing on top of the tower. Why did he get rid of our only healer? Before we leave, there's something I'd like to make clear. I didn't mean what I said to Sophie. I think she's an excellent conjurer and more than capable of taking care of herself. But you don't want... Let's see where this goes. This is Vitus Masala we're dealing with. A monster who delights in toying with his prey. I can't let her face that kind of danger. Okay, I was hoping you were going to say that you think that maybe we're going to be running into some past inmates here, and you don't want her to deal with that. Not that this man is ruthless, because if he is, we need a healer. The end of that conversation. You see, Sophie and I have been inseparable ever since we escaped our Garlean captors. When I discovered what had befallen my family, I came close to taking my own life, and I might have gone through with it if Sophie hadn't stopped me. She lost loved ones too, but has never given up hope. Sophie helped me realize that there is still peace in this world for me. In fact, it was her idea that I became a bodyguard. Although no one will ever replace the family I lost, she helped fill that void in my life and gave me a reason to carry on. Ha! If she were here now, she would tell me to stop being such a sentimental fool. Or words to that effect. Anyway, the sooner we finish this assignment, the sooner I can get back here and apologize to her. So yeah, I think he went about that the wrong way. What I said I would have agreed with. And all he wants to do is protect her. Observatorium is here in this place, right? No, we're leaving Ishgard. Okay. I'm at the gate, so here. No, I'm not at the gates. Where's the main crystal at? I thought it was down here. I'm up here at the Ironworks place. There we go. That's the main crystal. There's the gates. I knew where to go, I just didn't know where I was. And sometimes I know where I am, but I don't know where I'm going. I just can't have both of them match up at the same time. It's unfair. Either way, just step out of here, we're there. Absolutely. Wait. Wasn't it just outside these gates? Now it's down here. Okay. There's no warp, so I might as well just run for it. I'm just gonna be warping a little to my left. Trying to figure out how else to level up my red mage, other than doing one battle a night. Okay, I just had to look. I don't think you can take a shortcut out of that place. So, but yeah, just trying to find out how I can also level up my red mage while not being able to go into a dungeon. Because running the dungeon while it's not this. If I run the dungeon like this, I get like 1,000,000 experience. When I like finish the it's this crazy experience. If I run it normally as a dungeon, I don't level up at all. It's very odd. I don't think that bonus that I get is that much experience. But yeah, like I just want to like, is there fates or something I could do? Because I don't think levies seem to take so long as well. Am I going in up the observatorium? By the looks of it, yes. There's an airship landing here, to which we have to walk from here to get to Ishgard. I just walked and missed the stairs, didn't I? You are up here. Well, I wasn't expecting that, really. So every time I leave a screen, I lose my powers, because I saved up 1 or 2. And now they're gone. Now that you're here, allow me to introduce the man who will be who you will be escorting. Kato Mamula. Okay. Definitely some interesting names right now. Kato Nan Mamula. At your service. Or should that be Kato? Now that I'm in Ishgard. Just Kato is good. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Ahem. So yeah, I'm already guessing some of his past is going to show up. How else are we going to get their story? But Kato, what, was the one that put the Imperial neck guard on him or whatever? Kato was carrying documents liberated from the Empire that could prove vital to Garland Ironworks' investigation of Omega. Of Omega? We've already got that done. This may lead to an increased likelihood of encountering Imperial pursuers, however... Well then, shall we begin? Absolutely. Well, my character just did that, so I think he knows something's up, but He never uses words to solve the situation. You can't turn, no matter how much you try. Oh, I thought it was my red mage. Well, let's do this. The holiday, they're already here, knew we were coming. ACDC reference again. They must have seen that airship from Mom's away. I'll stay with the engineer. You go on ahead and draw them out. We'll rendezvous at the camp to the north. See what the holiday look like. Well armed. Well armed is all I can say. They've found us. Indeed they have. That's the way. Give them what for. Okay. Let's do this then. Let's get ready for battle. So it's going to be 1 and then 2 again? This one's a little bit more spread out. Welcome back, Malice, by the way. How are you? Early day today and tomorrow as well, apparently. Says work. Says IRL work. Either way. Oh, I was right. 1 and 2. Oh, if I do that, I lose my combo. But I don't lose this combo over here. I see what's going on now. But that doesn't lose this combo either. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this Gunbreaker work. Because, yeah, this combo got used up. I'm just sitting back to eat something, relax a few till I gotta pick up the boy from school. Okay. Seeing you, thought I see what's up. Oh, you know, just doing the Gunbreaker quests, job class right now. Doing their story, finding out more about those two. But, yeah, I'm just, it seems to be bodyguard duty while you walk up, survey, and fight something. Oh, 3 of them. Oh, no. I'm gonna just take it 1 at a time, really. I just took him out instantly. Yeah. Oh, I can't attack until another... You gotta wait a while for that one. Oh, I see. I don't know. I'm not getting better. Trust me. I got my moves up, so I just hit the buttons and things work out my way. Malice, you hit 1 loots, not exclamation mark loots, by the way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. With a little lol on the troll face. I was not gonna fix it for you. I saw it and I'm like, huh, look at that dude over there. Some of the holidays stayed in their hiding places until you passed. One of them got to Reese. He's hurt, but it could have been a lot worse. One of them got to Reese. I'm sorry, they caught me by surprise. How? How can people mask their presence? Anyway, Reese, you just showed up and now you're injured? We've made it this far, but Vitus is still out there. If this is just a taste of what the holiday have in store for us, my best option is to avoid confrontation altogether. Mamula and I will sneak past them while you and Reese stay behind. The two of us stand a better chance than a group of 4. No, we should stick together. Just in case you get attacked by him. I see how you feel, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. You see the sense in this, don't you? No, I don't. No, I don't. Every time you separate, bad things happen. Have you not watched any scary movies? We'll meet back in Ishgard. Okay, well, he hasn't, clearly. My colleagues will contact me via Link Pearl once Master Mamula has arrived in Ishgard. In the meantime, we should lie low. We don't want to alert the holiday that our presence any more than we already have. Oh, and I'd better get these wounds looked at. How are you hurt when there's no cuts, scratches, or blood or anything? Yeah, just a question. Oh, there you are. Thank goodness you're alright. You'd been gone so long I came looking for you. I met a few nasty characters on the way here, but I soon sent them packing. Wait, where's Rad? And that engineer you're supposed to be escorting. You told me to go on ahead, and I'm dumb enough to wait here. Kato Nan Mamula? Yeah, Kato. If the two of them are together, then Rad never talks to anyone about it. But he comes from a place called Bozja Citadel. It was utterly destroyed in a Garlean experiment gone wrong. In charge of that project was Midas Nan Garland, and his right-hand man, Kato. Rad's opposition to Bozja being used as a testing ground for potentially dangerous magitech led to his imprisonment, and his fears were proved correct when the city was obliterated. I see. Did an hour go by again? No, because I've already clicked on it 3 times or 4 times, and I've only been live streaming for 2. That update is really sassy. Anyway, it pops up way more than an hour. There's a strong chance that he's planning to exact his revenge. No, I doubt Rad is going to do that. No, why did my character react like that? We have to stop him. They headed west towards Ishgard, yes? We should be able to follow their tracks. There's no time to lose. I don't think Rad has it in him to do that. So let's just go and stop him from being beat up by the dude. He went past Ishgard, by the way, though. I do see that. That's a little bit something. I guess I don't really know him that much, but I assumed he would be beyond his base... I don't know what the word would be, not ambition, but his base nature to just go for the exact his revenge now, while being a bodyguard to escort him to do the better good for other people here in Ishgard. I just assumed he would be like that. Either way, we'll see what's going on, because we're past Ishgard at this point. No music. I love this part of the game. Shoot the tree. It's so quiet. The music, where are you? Queue now. Now's the time to queue. You have the mounts music turned off? Yes, because in the next expansion and all the other ones, music plays all the time. It's only in the Realm Reborn that there's no music. They got better in the next expansions to be like, yeah, we should have music playing when you're outside in the world. Well, I found them. It is a little suspicious that he took him past Ishgard, but I still hope that he's better than that. For my homeland. For my family. Really, Rad? I have to change your name now. Bajja. Heavens! Yeah, exactly. Hi, Rad. You're supposed to be better than that. Stay back. This fiend robbed me of everything I held dear. Don't deny me my vengeance. Oh, I will. I have to. You swore to protect him. Come on, dude, you're better than this. Although you already broke your word. I will not beg for forgiveness. However, I ask that you hear my final words. Midas and I knew there were risks involved with the experiment, but we did not foresee that it could fail so catastrophic. I don't even know. You know, it's too many words. Too many letters in one word. I have lived with unending, agonizing guilt ever since. From that day forth, I sought redemption, a chance to somehow right the wrongs I have committed. That is why I asked Midas's son, Sid, to aid in my defection from Garlemald, that my knowledge and expertise may be put to good use. But I always knew that the sins of my past would return to haunt me. I submit myself to your judgment. Come on, dude. Does the word of a gunbreaker mean nothing? Have you forgotten about gold whites? Does the word of gunbreaker mean nothing? Come on, dude. Don't do this. I know you're not going to kill him, because there's no... That'd be too crazy, but... Think, man. What have I become? Exactly. What have you become? What are you supposed to be? My honor as a gunbreaker. As a man. I've thrown it all away. You are the last of us now. The last gunbreaker? He's retiring from gunbreakering? Gunbreakerage? You can't give up. Listen, I'm not done talking with you. Get back here, young man. Oh no. See, now he's gonna show up. Wait, what level is this? We gotta fight him, so there's still more things to do. You want us to kill him now, sir? Trembling soldier says. In cool armor. No, the old goat can wait. Who's the old goat? The man laying down or the man walking away? You're clearly not talking about me. It's the prowling lion I want. Ah, okay, good. You're talking about the man kneeling down. You want the lion. Yes, your head will make a fine trophy. This is the evil guy with evil... Look at the sword he's got. That sword looks almost exactly like a... Oh, look, I look up and they're all gone. Like every other cutscene. Let's go. I need the words now to happen. I'll give myself clues and hopefully I'll figure it out. Skyrim. The legendary weapons in all of the Elder Scrolls games. And not the dragon bone stuff. It's glass, it's ebony, and then it's Daedra. It looks like a Daedra sword. A Daedric sword. That one. Those. It just needed to be red in the middle, and it would look almost exactly like it. It's, is Mamela alright? Why do you keep calling him Mamela when it's Kato? And where's Rad? He walked away after I told him about his gunbreaker and not being a man. Wandered off, but we've still got a job to do. Give him a good stern lecture, Sophie. And I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't stopped him. Come on, Heavens, why were you so late? You warned me to go visit him, and then you were only now showing up? With or without Rad, we still have a job to do. Let's get Kato to Ishgard. Absolutely. Kato, if I had any words to say, I would, but my character's... It's not that cool. There would be more words I would use in this game than what my character uses. Much more. Well, we made it. Hooray! Nice cutscene. We just were there. After the trouble you had reaching Camp Dragonhead, I'm pleasantly surprised to see I'm trying to call it like a holiday, in case if you didn't catch the reference. The holiday kept away from us for the remainder of the journey. Yeah, indeed it did. Yes, fortunate indeed. See, they're using my words now, just switching it around. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. One thing still troubles me, though. If that Vitus Quo Messala is as ruthless as you say, I doubt the walls of Ishgard will deter him from pursuing his target. As such, Master Mamula, will be closely guarded until we can be certain it's safe. But he's not after Kato, he's after our friend. So we gotta protect Rad from him now. Yes, it would be a shame if I were kept from fulfilling my obligations. Hope the next time we meet, I shall have glad tidings to share. We managed to get Mamula, Kato that is, here unharmed. But in doing so, we've lost sight of Rad. He could be anywhere by now. But we've been through too much for me to turn my back on him now. If he decides to get his act together, he knows where to find me. Until then, we'd better be on the lookout for the holiday. I doubt we've seen the last of them. Steel against steel, and I do get something. Continuation. Allows the firing of successive rounds with your gunblade. Gnashing Fang may be followed by Jugular Rip, and Savage Claw by that, and that by that. I don't know what the moves are called, but cool, I can continuation my gun shooty things. Great. For better or worse, the holiday are nowhere to be seen. Reese and the others seem to think they've abandoned their mission and gone back to Garlemald. I highly doubt that as well. For them, failure simply isn't an option. But what I want to know is, where is Rad? I've a good mind to pack up and leave him here, or at least find somewhere warmer to wait for him. If there's one thing I can't bear, it's standing about doing nothing, especially somewhere as bitterly cold as this. Bitterly. Let's go and ask the Temple Knights if they have any work for us. Okay. I'll just run. Oh. I tried to run around the thingy as it bounced off the wall and fell. Great. Either way. What took you so long? Listen, I tried to do a 360 off the wall and I fell, alright? I've already been and spoken to them. Anyway, there's a client looking for protection, but they wish to remain anonymous. It's probably Rad. We're supposed to meet them in a place called Twin Pools, which is in Western Kurthus, apparently. Seeing as we have nothing better to do, we may as well go and find out what they want. They should pass time until Rad comes back, if nothing else. They wish to remain anonymous. I'm thinking Rad's probably been under attack this whole time. And since this is the final one for the quest, we gotta help him out against him. Well, we're better off warping. So, after we get this done, we still got our red mage to go through. I think my red mage is level 50 when I started. Which means when I get to level 70, there's going to be a lot of job class quest for it. And I'd rather just get them all done in like one shot. So look forward to that as we learn about the red mage as well. Once it hits level 70. I mean, unless I hit level 60 and I'm like, ugh. And then like I run out of things to do, then I guess I can. But now that we're in the main story, we got plenty to do. There's no waiting anymore. And it's just the dungeons that I have to wait for. And since I think I've done them all, I think we're good. There's a dragon, huge dragon. Yeah, all the dragons I deal with, except for like the two bosses, were that big. All the other dragons are just like the size that we always talk to. If we had to be fighting dragons that big, it'd be a whole different world, wouldn't it? This looks like him. It can't be him. Level 70, item level 395. Okay, well I am there. And my item level might have dropped down, actually. Might have. My prayers have been answered. I was beginning to think the Temple Knights had forgotten about me. I do hope you'll forgive me for my secrecy. The nature of my request is very sensitive, you see. Now, if you would be so kind as to follow me? Sure, we are following the dude who I think we're going to have to fight. He's going to lead us to him, but I'm thinking it's him. Ah, I can't break free. That's the whole point of that, I think. I didn't panic. Yeah, I knew it was him. I just don't know where the sword came from, considering he just took off a hood and now all of that's there. I kind of figured it was you. Wriggle all you want, you little fly. Nothing escapes my web. So, we got ourselves caught. How embarrassing. But 'twould be a shame if for you to die without knowing the name of the spider who ensnared you. I am Vitas Melissa. I'm going to call you that now. Melissa? No, that's too cool of a name. You know what, Vitas? I'll just call you what you are. 'Cause Melissa's too cool. Commander of the holidays. Yeah, the holidays. Yeah, it's got the opening down the middle, and the glowy thing could go red all the way down there. That's hilarious. When we came to collect the old goat who had strayed from the herd, I never expected to find a prowling lion, or should I say, warrior of light. Oh, hi, by the way. There are many in Garlemald who would be delighted were I to present your corpse, and I doubt that restoring me to Pilot's prior will suffice. No, Legatus would be far more fitting. Vitas von Masala, as such, Von, not, okay, has such a wonderful ring to it. Yes, so close I can almost taste it. Your tale ends here. Really? My character looks nervous. Don't worry, he blocked it somehow. Rad, where have you been? Tracking the holiday. That's how I knew they'd come after you, heavens. Prisoner 1441. If I'm not mistaken, first you refused my kind offer, Then you have the audacity to escape. And now this? Whatever am I to do with you? Well, interesting music. You're not the only one with a few tricks up the sleeve, Vetus. You used the choker on them? When we first encountered the Allendale, I noticed the colors that they were wearing. I had one myself not so long ago. This must be your way of maintaining discipline. That's hilarious. They are all taken out. I took one of them to Mamala, the engineered a device similar to yours. How ironic that the very colors you're so fond of could be turned against you. Dude, that sucks for them. That's unfortunate. Oh, you took him out. You're taking them all out. Huh. Worthless dogs. He could shoot a cannon blast out of a sword. Of course, I've never needed the Allendale or the Magitek traps to slay the likes of you. To lay traps is what I thought he was going to say. But to slay the likes of you. But I prefer to leave nothing to chance. No matter. We just have to settle this the old-fashioned way. Speaking of which, where did you find those antiques? If you think you can compare to a Garlean gunblade, you are wrong. Very wrong. As much as I wish to fight him alone, there is more at stake here than my pride. We must rid the world of this beast, once and for all, and this is the final one, so cool. Heavens, Sophie, follow my lead. Cue music. Oh, I like how my sword pops out like that. My sword is better than his... My gunblade's better than his gunblade. That's all I got. I can't shoot like a cannon blast out of it, but mine's just better. So he's gonna pull aggro, right? Oh, no, you don't. Let him pull aggro. I can't lock on him yet. Gaius von Belsar. Yeah, I'll let him pull the aggro, thank you. Well, you missed. That must be embarrassing. You got nothing to do? We can fire off one of those. And then one of these. My thing just ran out as I was about to attack. To the slaughter. Interesting. She's running into it. Oh. So it's a whole lot of moving. I don't have to tank, so that makes this really easy. But this is gonna take a while by the looks of it. I've enjoyed a little game, but this time it's come to an end. This doesn't look good. I can't move. Recharge. I am taken out by this dude? Please tell me you're joking. You have to fight me long enough. What? Oh, you put a barrier up around me. I will do what I can. All spent, little flies. Now worry like there is no one left to save you. Fine, bring it on, dude. Alright, that's interesting. This dude. Did I lose my... I think I lost my combo there. Oh, that hit me. Oh, brilliant. Thank goodness I'm good at video games, or this would be embarrassing. Oops. Okay, no, I didn't lose my combo. What in the world? I was good where I was. I have no idea where to stand there. I did not see which layer was next. How am I not dead yet? I'm making, like, all the mistakes. I see, like, these now. Okay. If this comes down to me having to be better than him, it's not gonna happen. I don't know this class very well. Okay. The order. I could slowly regenerate. Oh, that's why I'm winning. I have like a crazy regeneration thing on me, and that's why I'm still alive. There we go. Wait for it. There we go. Now I shouldn't get hit by these. And now I'm okay. Waiting for the order. Two, one, go. One there, and then one here. Okay, so I'm good right where I'm at. Cool. I paid attention that time, so that means I didn't have to get hit by that. Well, thank goodness for, that's what I did that for, perfect. Thank goodness I can regenerate, because there's no way for me to have survived this. There's no healer to keep me alive this long. Oh, dude. Hold still, will you? There we go, I finally hit him. Oh, wow, okay. We're going a little bit more all out than I wanted it to. I almost got him. Ah. I got him. Okay, good. I'm just like, ah. Good. I didn't want to keep dodging this. Whew. All right, that was awesome that I was able to regenerate, because if not, I would have died a long time ago. If this was like a rush for me to know my rotations, I would have totally lost that battle. I do not know the rotations for this class. I never thought I'd live to see the day that Vitus met his match. You are a better gunbreaker than I ever was. But you're now better than me, considering you're my teacher, right? And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for all the trouble I put you both through. You better apologize to her. You're sorry? I should well hope so too, you great oaf. What were you thinking, threatening Mamula like that? Not to mention leaving us to escort him to Ishgard. Also, when Heavens found me at Mamula, I noticed the holiday watching us from the nearby clifftop. Oh. I thought it was strange that they'd pass up the opportunity to attack us, so I made it appear as though I abandoned you and started following them in secret. I discovered that their primary target was now the Warrior of Light. Oh, I thought when he said lion, I thought you. And I was like, I gotta protect you. He was after me. Oh, well, thank goodness you showed up to save me, because my character got caught by a silly little trap. Not Kato, indeed. Their scouts saw you on the way to Camp Dragonhead and reported it to Vitus, who then called off the ambush to see for himself if the information was valid. Powerful as he was, he would never show his hand unless he was certain of victory, so he waited to make his move. One thing I did know for certain is that even if the three of us fought together, we wouldn't stand a chance against the full might of the Alladale. Alladale? Chippendale? Probably that's where I got that from. That was when I decided to consult our fugitive engineer. We talked into the early hours of the morning until we reached an understanding, and he agreed to construct a Magitech control device in order for the plan to work. I would have to remain hidden until the very last moment, even from the two of you. But I thought you needed time alone to think about what you've done. No, he actually was thinking of a plan. Good for him. The remorse I felt for dishonoring myself was no act. When I realized Kato's identity, I wanted to confront him about Bozja, but I needed to get him away from you and Reese. Never had any intention of killing him. All I wanted was for him to admit it to his crimes, and he did. But it still gave me a sick sense of satisfaction to see him on his knees defeated. That is when I knew I'd betrayed the ideals of the Gunbreaker, that I'd abandoned my honor. I want to thank you for guiding me back to the true path. You're welcome. With Vitus gone, any remaining members of the holiday are free of his control, and are likely to be treated as fugitives running from the Empire. In any case, I think it's safe for Kato to come into hiding now. I'm glad we got him back on our side. And he was actually thinking to help us. And make a plan instead of just take off and mope about his what he done wrong. Yeah, I was looking for that. There's so many places to warp to now. And we're going to unlock a few more yet. I think soon I might have to just start going between tabs. If you could customize your own tabs to just have like all of the main places to just be able to warp to at any moment. They don't need to be They don't need to be... Can I hit square? Open map, save to history. That's probably exactly what I'm looking for. So I could save New Gridania to history? To history. And they're at the top. Okay, maybe that might work. Anyway, because if I have to warp other places, I gotta keep switching tabs, though. That's the crazy thing about my plan. To the Forgotten Night, right. I forgot about it. Not really, I just couldn't remember the name, if it was something else or something else. There was plenty of names that were popping up, and when I saw the Forgotten Night, I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, done. We've done the level 70 Gunbreaker. We're done. We've actually finished this quest line until the next expansion. And until we get to level 80 again, that is. Allow me to express my gratitude for vanquishing the holiday. Which I understand was due to no smart. Really? Put those two words together and that makes smart? Wow. Small part to Rad's marvelous idea involving the Magitech colors. I am glad to hear the device I cobbled together functioned as intended. Yes, we couldn't have done it without your help. Thank you. Vitus alone pushed the three of us to our limits. Well, another cutscene battle where my character loses and then something happens and then I'm just fighting by myself. There's a whole lot of that happening in this game, and where my character gets taken out in a cutscene where I'm just... It's odd. Anyway... Had the Allendale joined the fight, things would have ended very differently. We owe you our lives. All things considered, it was the least I can do. A remarkably simple matter. In fact, compared to my next endeavor, the installation of Ishgard's cerulean heating system. While I may never be able to adequately repay the kindness I have been shown, I must begin somewhere. Until we meet again. So he's actually trying to make amends for it. And he's making a heating system for all of Ishgard. Heaven, since I first met you, I knew you had the potential to become a gunbreaker. Oh no, I'm just trying to get a tank class. I do not want to be a gunbreaker any longer than the max level, and then I'm never using it again. As the only one of my clan to escape the destruction of Bozja Citadel, I thought the art of the gunblade would die with me. Now that I have passed on all I know to you, my successor, I feel that there is little for you to gain from taking on assignments with us. But there's still level 70 to 80. Are you going to learn something new in the meantime? Yes, we can hardly expect the Warrior of Light to spend valuable time assisting us with another money-making schemes. Before we part ways, however, there is one last place I would like to visit with you. I hear that a great many adventurers who hope to make a name for themselves head to Revenant's Toll. I imagine there will be plenty to keep us busy. Yeah, absolutely. But more than anything, I am hoping to find others to whom I can impart my teachings, the teachings of my clan. Absolutely, yes. Once people see you with your gunblade strapped to your back, I'm sure it'll pique their curiosity. So, will you come with us? Absolutely, free advertisement for you. I wouldn't mind doing that. To Revenant's Toll yet. We're a bunch of ninjas running around with gunblades? That'd be awesome. It won't be silent assassinations, but they will look cool. Especially if the gunblade can fold up like mine, and they can unsheath a full weapon like that. I must confess, we would have struggled to find the place without you. Yes, when we first heard about a remote settlement populated almost entirely by adventurers and the like, I was expecting it to be a lot more lawless and chaotic. Really? Is Us Adventures really that lawless and chaotic? Interesting. Knife fights over card games, that sort of thing. This is not Ul'dah or Limsa. Limsa would be more like that, actually. What a pleasant surprise it turned out to be. With a little luck, I'll find candidates to train as gunbreakers. Although it goes against the tradition of my clan to teach outsiders, meeting you has proved to me that we were being overly cautious. You see, the gunblade is forged for one purpose, to protect. We fear that its techniques would fall into the hands of those who seek to oppress and conquer, such as the Garleans and the Allegans before them. Centuries of being beset by enemies on all sides taught us to fear and mistrust those not of our clan. That is why we kept our art such a closely guarded secret. But when you came to our rescue that day, you acted without a thought for your own safety to aid those in need. This is the true essence of the Gunbreaker. You have your own ideals to protect, your own promises to keep. Go forth, heavens, and follow your path wherever it may lead. So I got a new move. I'll have to try it out one day. You have mastered a new technique. Continuation. I have to complete the... You must have completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers, and completed the role quest to have loved and lost. Okay. Once I get that done, I can go talk to him again. I thought he was all done teaching me. Gunhilder's blade. Well, sweet. That's really all I can do, except going to my Red Mage and doing more, which I'll pass. I'll just go and do this now. We'll continue on with main story. My Chocobo's running out of things again. What are you doing looking up at the sky? Oh, right. Yeah, you're not from around here. Can't imagine what called you to have chat with me, but by all means. You got something to ask? Ask away. What do you do here? That's the question, isn't it? Now that we're free, what are we... Peregrines? Well, former peregrines, I reckon. What are we to do with ourselves? That's what some of the Garleans call on, means foreigner, or some such. Can you believe that? I was a foreigner in my own homeland. But no longer. We're free at last, and those Imperials dead or in chains. Who's the little peregrine now? Okay, so you're just like got nothing to do, so you're you're just looking up at the tower or the sky. Can't you not find anything more productive to do? Aha. Wait inside the gate. Talk to Brobon. Well, this is it. We're gonna hang out with Brobon again.